Hello, and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. Something I just want to check real quick while I'm thinking about it. There is a limit in this game for how many heroes you can have, based on the number of cities that you have. And so this was a thing that came up in the comments. Oh, it's taking a while to load. Not running any processes in the background. This should be affecting that. Okay. So, yeah, you have a limit. I have one town currently, which is my main leader. And every other town should get me another hero. And heroes beyond that should have a cost. But I'm not seeing any upkeep here, so she might actually just be free. So we started with her. Or maybe when I get my second city, she will then be considered my second hero. I guess we can try recruiting a hero once we get the... well, I mean, we could try right now, can't we? Recruit 2 out of 2. Oh, that's interesting. So we could get one of the Awakened Fae, or whatever these are. Or we could go with our own people. Oh, Gracious Awakened. There we go. Feed on Chaos. Remove negative status and deal damage for status removed. That's interesting. Chance of misfortune to adjacent enemies. Okay. Anyway, we are here. We are building cities. We have an outpost and we're converting the city ruins. Now, there should be a lot of undead spawners on the map, right? That's, I think, the map setting. Haunted Graveyard. Yeah, that looks about like what we're dealing with here. Also a Bone Dragon. A tier 4 mythic unit. I thought mythic units were all tier 5. That's interesting. I guess there's no dragon type. I mean, there is dragon, but it's not quite like a unit type. Okay, so this is a mythic unit, but it's on the weaker side. What's guarding the graveyard? Living fog and some skeletons. Chance of insanity. Yeah, this thing's pretty nasty. Forest of Reflection down there. Does it gonna say how many turns? 9+ turns. Okay. And there's you as well. We're trying to make you into our ally. And you already have Archon Blood. Alright, so what do we want to actually do with these units? There's a healing rate. Healing rate's pretty bad. Don't really want to just sit here not doing anything, though. These should be relatively weak, right? Yeah. Relatively weak. Can I move without losing the city? I guess so. There's nothing to excavate. Oh, there's these. Can't get to that. I could have excavated this one. I probably should. Okay, rune leggings. +1 resistance to a hero. Sure. Father Oak. Oh, there's another one over there I could have gone to. Still haven't met anybody. I mean, it's only turn 7. Ah, still casting. Okay. And because this is a new play session, let's just make sure the town is doing something sensible. Looks like it is building and recruiting. Right, you don't build units anymore, I guess. It's a different resource. Alright, we have Seeker Arrows, which looks pretty nice. Okay, last research before we get up to our new next tome. I think we'll probably just go with the buff. We get cheaper buffs because of our society modifier. And yeah, more resistance on our shield units. Shield units are typically very sturdy on defense, but not so great on resistance, so that could be helpful. Okay. And here we have city structures are just straight up 20% less gold. That seems really nice. Obviously, we're getting our city first, but that is something to keep in mind. We can also get seafaring now. Oh, I wonder if they increased the cost in terms of general income on these. That seems pretty slow to get access to the first skill based on what I'm used to. Founding or absorbing cities is faster. I mean, yeah, that's another nice one to have, but it's going to take a while. That was one thing I think I remember reading in the patch notes or somewhere. They were saying they rebalanced that because they wanted to discourage dipping into things and just getting everything that was good right away instantly. I think they also swapped a bunch of skills around because certain things were just better than others, so they needed to do something about that. Let's get an arbalist. More units. Let's upgrade our arbalists. 1 mana each for 1 range on archer. That seems like a good trade to me. Okay. That's also looking pretty weak, guarding a pasture. Wow. Let's not lose a unit in this fight. And we're going to take these 2 fights, and then, depending on the state of our health, I guess we might actually just wait for the town and do some healing. Okay. Also, I don't have a lot of mana. Okay, so what we're going to do with you is we will... Okay, that's web. There it is. Summon a spider. We can't do this and move. So we will do that, and we will move all of you over in this direction. So that we can do our big heal move next turn. How's the undead healing policy in this game? I know I played Necromancer once, but that also got rebalanced, and I don't quite remember how it works. I'm assuming that you cannot be affected by most healing abilities. But I guess we'll find out. So I'm going to group everybody up, and then do my 2 hex regen Is yours also 2 hex? 1 hex. Okay. 2 hex. Well. I guess we're not moving. If I look at you, you have regeneration. Okay. So undead just get to do cool things, I guess. And maybe we want to actually defend our hero from the inevitable back attack. Ooh, that could hurt. Yeah. Oh, and they got the stun. Alright, but I'm assuming this is on cooldown for a few turns. Okay, you're stunned. Well, I mean, you don't have to be stunned, right? Oh. I did not know that that's how that would work. I thought you were just going to move there. I didn't think you were going to automatically use the ability on yourself. Well, that's unfortunate. Cannot undo because it did an action affecting somebody's health. Okay, this is kind of absurd. Sundren is 100% my best unit. 50% chance of hitting. Grazed. Okay, grazed, no cancel defense mode. That's okay, that's what you guys are for. In fact, let's move here. We'll take a hit. So let's either gonna get into position. We could taunt. I don't particularly feel the need to do so. Alright, that leaves us a Bone Wyvern that can't... Why can you not move here? You can move there, right? Alright, how much damage are you gonna do? You're gonna hit pretty hard. That's a lot of stacks of various things. It's probably fine. I was considering doing a bolstering defense, but... they didn't even go for that unit anyway. Giant Slayer, huh? Right, you're back, because that's how this works. And yeah, here lies Dark Warrior. I'm assuming you will come back again if I don't kill you. Okay, not that much damage. Oh, we got up to champion rank, which is just health. Exalted Defense sounds like a cool thing to have, though. Hmm. Okay, this is showing as relatively difficult. Again, I think just because we have low health on our units. Yeah, we hardly took any damage there at all. That's fine. Gained a bunch of mana. I guess we spent a bunch of mana on that fight, but it's okay. Ruler leveled up, but Sundrin didn't. That's interesting. More... I don't know if you need more full round actions, but... yeah, I think we're gonna just do endurance training. I like the idea of status resistance on my units. I like the idea of my units not being stunned. Oh, I guess we got casting points somewhere along the way. Or maybe I just should have done this first. That seems more likely. Alright. Can't quite get up to there. But what we can do is we can go into the underground passage tile, and end our turn here. Production. Okay. This outpost... needs time. Let's just follow the road. It's slightly faster. Lets us explore more territory quickly. Another guardian tree. I am starting to feel very unsettled by the fact that I haven't met anybody. We could summon another unit. Do we want? I mean, as long as we have fewer than 18 units, it kind of makes sense just to have more units. However, we also need more mana before we start messing around with that stuff. Okay, you can excavate, can't you? Let's do that. Doesn't need to be a scout. Here, I think I got baited by the fact that I had research on boosted, but I didn't have mana boosted. Should have probably gone for mana anyway. Because research, I mean, it's nice. Early research is going to help. Oh yeah, see, we uncovered a gold node and it's production. Yeah, I feel like, unless it's just the map settings, they have made Underground way, way better in the Dragon's Dawn update. Which I'm glad that I chose the Underground adaptation again, because even though that was the first leader I've done, which I guess means 3 of the 4 story scenarios that I've played now, including this one, I've had an Underground start. I don't know, I really like the Underground lair. I mean, Goblins was my favorite race in the first Age of Wonders, but again, I'm just really enjoying the fact, or I'm glad that I got to experience the fact that they've really updated this. There's something going on here. Because I'm used to spawning monsters and not much else every time I do this, maybe like a mana pickup, but getting these resource nodes, this seems new. Right, and then I was talking about boost, like yeah, I don't have a quarry, so I don't get a boost there. This is actually going to be a little bit of an aside, but I have played Civilization 6 a little bit, and I just could not enjoy that game, despite being a huge fan of Civilization 5. And sometimes this will be the situation where somebody's just a fan of the older game, and so they don't want to go on to the new one. Like, they don't like the changes. But when I looked at Civ 6, I actually really liked a lot of the changes at a conceptual level. Like, in theory, Civ 6 was amazing. In practice, it just didn't quite play out in a satisfying way to me. And I think the boosting systems in that game were a large part of it, because I always felt like I was sort of a slave to the optimal play. It's like, well, I have to do this thing in order to get this boost, in order to get this, either research or culture bonus or whatever. And so, for whatever reason in this game, I don't feel quite as compelled to do that. I mean, I was just commenting on the research, which is why I thought about this. But I'm okay with building stuff before it's been boosted. Something like this, I think, like, I really want the structure, but it will be cheaper in 3 turns, guaranteed. But Shrine, for example, I don't know if I'm going to get a quarry. I guess I could look into it. I want this, but this is such a bad tile compared to everything else. I'm probably going to grab this and get the conduit next, just to increase the massive increase in mana. Oh, this is a nice note that we just unlocked. But yeah, so for getting the conduit, I don't think conduit boosts anything. It's just a requirement for some of the later mana stuff. But this means we're not getting a quarry for a while, so we might as well just build it. Okay. Unless I wanted to do this, because I could get more production first. And yeah, we'll do that as well. So we'll start with the stonemason, because then we build everything faster. And then we need quarries before we can get the next thing in that line, so... Grand Mill is also production, but I think we will get a second forester. Well, eventually. I should really be focusing on food. Actually, maybe getting another farm isn't that bad. Just so I can grow the city. Because this is also free once I get it, and it's production. I believe. So yeah, maybe we will just grab this. Wait a minute. If I had one of these available for a while and I just didn't know... Well, darn it. How did I miss that? It must have been a pop-up. It's like 4, and it's like there's an awful lack of things. Okay, so this might be out of range until I get this. Oh well. More food is more growth. We get faster. And we will grab this one next. That was a pretty serious blunder on my part. Okay. Yeah, this looks pretty weak. Yeah, basically no damage. I think there'd be a flashing bar if we had taken damage. More food, excellent. Ring of the Vicious Killer. Double morale penalties. For kills. Well. That goes to you, and then since we're here anyway, let's do this. And increase your damage even further. I do really like that idea, though. But we'll do damage, and then probably killing momentum once we can afford it. Because this did not get nerfed, and it is still the best hero ability in the game. Alright, you can run out this way. Yeah, just to make sure I didn't miss anything obvious. We have this one, which I need seafaring, I think, to get to. So that's... it'll be nice eventually, but we're not getting it anytime soon. Alright, let's actually move towards the beacon thing. Meeting Lost Emperor Inioch the Fallen. Oh. Okay. So Inioch exists. That's interesting. You are greeted by an apparition. Once this was a powerful emperor, but now measly a fragment of his soul is left. Inioch, if you aren't aware, is a super important character in the franchise who dies in the opening cutscene cinematic of the first game before the campaign even starts. And despite being dead at the very start of the game, he has been incredibly important to the story of at least the first 2 games. He does not seem to notice his own incorporeality. You address Inioch the Fallen, lost emperor of the Aldville Elves, ruler of Eternal Court. Oh, so he's just a town. Okay. I will not allow my throne to be taken, not by Archon law, nor by lesser mortals. The Valley of Wonders is mine, and mine alone, forever, as is my eternal birthright. All who oppose me are nothing but usurpers. All invaders in this realm will be eradicated. This court will be eternal. The apparition of lost Emperor Inioch the Fallen cannot be negotiated with. Okay. Well, that feels important. Inioch the Fallen of the Aldville Elves. Joy Siphoners. Imperialists, Chosen Uniters. Interesting. Yeah, here's some more lore, I guess. I'll read this one. I don't normally, but this is an important character. Once the uncontested sovereign of the Valley of Wonders, Inioch refused to yield to the divine contracts that anointed his divine right to rule. Turning against all that was holy, he plumbed the depths of death. Now, he is little but a fragmented soul, unable to reach the well of creation and what lies beyond. Okay. So we want to fight them. Probably. I mean, it's probably a pretty decent city location. We'll go along the road, not worry about that mana. Too terribly much. So there's some coins to be had. As for you guys... Oh, you're out of movement. Well, in that case... Shrieker's Tomb. Yeah, Eternal Court is right there. We could just go invade it. We might dip down. Let's be a little bit reckless. I don't see any marauders active on the map yet. We're going to dip down and grab that, clear this, probably the sheep as well, and then head up to Eternal Court. Golden Gate. There was mana I could pick up on the surface, I realize. I'm more excited about this for whatever reason. Alright, one more turn. Dark Losses. Sundern approaches you, disturbed. She rubs her temples. The realm, it whispers to me. I hear voices of those I thought long lost. They call me. They ask for me to meet them. I can no longer ignore these voices. Please, Earthshaper Barrack Gloomcarver, I must go to them. Please allow me to visit the sources of the voices I keep hearing. And we get experience if we venture there. Okay. But do we get to see where that is? Okay, yeah, again, no monsters, but we got a mana node. Spell-tempered shields, nice. So I guess this is the recommendation. Is this particularly good against undead? Because I could go rock, but that would be just for the sake of stacking one affinity as much as possible, and I don't particularly need to do that. Yeah, this could be interesting. What's the other astral? Static shield. Magical wards. Elemental resistance. Okay. Counts as a conduit, but can be built off of a conduit. Okay, nice. Well, maybe we'll take the recommendation, because the other one, I was just going to kind of go with rock by default, because it's more defense. I mean, that's really the main thing. Get that, we get the central quarry. Chance of bleeding. Yeah, you know what? I think the evocation just sounds more interesting. Get ourselves a summon as well.
Just as you may effectively utilize the protective potential of magic, it follows that you can employ it in a more devastating fashion in order to visit harm onto your foes. The thunder and the fury of the skies is at your disposal if you prove yourself worthy. Its tempestuous, destructive force is a perfect tool for blasting apart your enemies.
Alright. Yeah, Larissa, you got to play as her during the Commonwealth campaign of Age of Wonders 3. Well, we take lightning blades, obviously. Well, there goes the rest of our mana. Good thing we're getting something soon. And hey, we get a hero right away. Okay, so... yeah, Sundrin just doesn't count as a hero. I mean, she kind of does. I had a 2 out of 2 before. +1 range and more accuracy. Okay, so we could go all in on these archers. And it would start higher level. You know what? Let's just do it. Oh, Curse of Undeath. Oh, okay. Is that because of their race? Because they're from a neutral race? So if I go to... oh, Curse of Undeath is showing up here too. Maybe not. Well, I do like the idea of sniper and accuracy. Do you still have Curse of Undeath? I'm gonna guess not, because you are not a neutral unit anymore. Alright. Sundering Defense sounds good. And lightning weapons, sure. So we could make Sunderen a governor if we wanted more gold versus more production. I actually think the production seems better. We'll do that. Asheville has low stability. So it does. Alright, and here... how are we likely to expand? Probably grab this as quickly as we can so that Morn doesn't. Because we're a good neighbor. Might go with more mana on that one. I mean, regardless, I think we just get Workshop first. Yep, and another unit. Something in the water there. 40 mana, okay. Another level for us. 110 production. Nice. Okay, I keep trying to do that. I played too many older games. I'm used to just flipping which ones are selected and which ones aren't. Okay, well you guys are slow, so you can move towards Eternal Court. The heroes will catch up. Already level 7, making good progress. Precision training. I mean, that's pretty nice. Bigger 2 is just more health for the leader. I think we go defense training. It's not super exciting, but more defense. I think every point of defense is equivalent of about 10% more health from physical attacks. Again, I could have done this before doing the fight. Alright, one more turn before I get my third city. I guess we could take a peek here before we send all of our units over here. Inioch is a level 2 hero. Yeah, your stuff isn't... not super amazing. In fact, maybe you will hang out in this area, and we'll join up with my army. Just because you're a scout unit doesn't mean you can't be used. Can't be used to fight. Yeah, gold's starting to look a little low. Oh, there's something over there. That was... should have done this one first and worked my way, because then I could start here on the turn that I excavate this and get in there. I thought about clearing more space, but it's actually less efficient this way ultimately. Alright, and our town is doing stuff. 200. Cost of founding a new city, 200. Yeah. Need to remember to do that. Hey, production, production. Found a city. Might be a little bit crowded. Somebody else has started diplomacy with this town, so somebody else does exist on the map, that's confirmed. We are ahead though, because we met them first. Again, every time, this is a different color below everything else. It's like a closed window. Ah! Don't do it! Okay, we unlocked mines produce mana. Cool. Now I guess this is also going to be... casting a combat spell reduces the cost of all other combat spell types by 25% for 2 turns. Is this new? I've never really played an Astral Hero, but I know that it's switched at the very least, because the thing that used to be here... I don't remember what it was. I'm not seeing it offhand. Maybe this one? Focus Studies? Yeah, I feel like that's been changed. Okay, we've produced an Arbalist. We have a little bit of money. Oh, let's get another Arbalist. Produced our workshop. Workers' Farmstead. Ashwell can annex. Right, more mana would be nice. Let's get that conduit. Alright, so the other question is, if we are going to invade the Eternal Court, let's just run back here for a turn. Play a little bit safe. So you now have, yeah, 25 regen. So that will That'll be nice, and it also gives me a few turns to get a few more units in the area. So if we continue down this way, we might meet somebody. Okay, I guess we'll go for the tower. Yeah, uses up all your movement points as expected. Meeting Meandor. Alright. You meet the ruler of this realm, the Shadow Prince himself. His gaze is absent. He seems to look right through you. So, I meet Earthshaper Barok Glintcarver. Are you here to become a part of my eternal court? Or are you intruders, here to ransack my realm, as humans did my fathers? All elves are connected to this world. When they are torn from life, many elven souls attempt to return here. So many never make it, becoming lost. I will not let that happen again. I will preserve every soul that arrives here. Meandor does not seem interested in negotiations with you in his current state. Okay, we can go to war. Let's listen to what he's saying, though. Meandor continues. There is irony in seeing how mortals rush to their inevitable deaths. So many eternal lives lost to foolish mortal ambition. My first attempts to bring back the dead were flawed. It brought back my father, lost Emperor Inioch the Fallen. But he was not the same. The undead have their uses, but they lack soul. The answer is right in front of us. We're using souls as currency, whilst they themselves are the key. I must preserve their souls. I must protect this realm, every soul. None must leave. All must be preserved. My beloved elven court, eternal, as it should be. Alright, let's leave him to his visions for now. Early game war, not that desirable. Threatened. He feels worried about me? I mean, he is the top player, which makes sense. I'm surprised there are 5 players on this map, though. It's interesting. Alright, this will not give me more stability. For some reason I thought it would. Tavern will, right? Yes, okay. Yeah, market would be nice, but this is also money. Okay, people are looking significantly healthier. Would be nice to wait another turn, but I don't like waiting. Ah, Meandor is over here. Okay. Oh, another tower. And, of course, he just starts with the Reaper. Dark Knight, White Witch... Sure. A White Witch on a horse. Interesting. Alright, from here... just continue digging down here. One more turn on that. Okay. Oh right, I have a quest. Or Sundred wants to see something. I should probably investigate that. Sundren approaches you. Meandor's state of mind is concerning. I can't help but feel that Shadrai are behind this. Typical of those fools to mess with Gaudier they were told to avoid. Never mind. Meandor is crucial for the Covenant. To follow the Shadrai in time. And I have to admit, I have personal reasons for searching for him too. With my father gone and my mother missing, I have questions and doubts that only he can answer. We must bring Meandor to the Covenant. We cannot allow the Shadrai scheme to continue without us being able to interfere. Yeah, so the Inioch family is, definitely the prime shakers and movers of this universe, at least from the Athlon perspective, the main world that most of the rest of the games took place on. So she would be, let's see, she's Julia's daughter, which makes her Meandor's niece? Yeah, and her father used to be, her father was a dark elf, was Meandor's general. Okay, where is my quest log? Diplomacy quests. The Eternal Court. Okay, no, not that one. Oh, okay, yeah, it's just on the map. Okay. So we want Sundren here, or we want somebody here? Well, these are both in our direction, I guess. In our destination direction. Alright, unlocking a new unit is always cool. Chain Lightning looks pretty nice. This would give bolstering to, well, our Wyvern at the moment. Any golems that we summon? No, I think this is the clear choice out of those three. Alright, we've got our Bulwark. Tavern is boosted. Well, that's convenient. And that is definitely what we're going to do, because 20 stability seems pretty nice. Okay, Bulwark. Speaking of Bulwark. Well, I think we grabbed this because it's our most valuable terrain that's adjacent to the city. And I guess we also kind of want this, but they're a couple turns out from that. But that does have the clover on it. Alright, do I want more mana, or do I want to go research? Building a research post. I mean, it's still 10 mana. It's already been claimed, that's fine. Diplomatic status is neutral. Ignored sector claim. That's fine. Okay, no more movement for you. For you, though. Okay, you have leveled up. You don't seem all that strong, though. Like, in terms of numbers, I just beat you. Although you do have that stack as well that might get involved. We'll have to see. And I guess you go underground and do some more digging. Oh, lots of digging to do here. Okay, if I do this, that's the only one that's left. Okay, this is a little bit awkward, but... grab that, and then we'll do these after. Can you meet up with us here? You can try. Probably not. And yeah, I cannot afford any more units, so it's time to chill on the unit generation. And this graveyard is definitely something we want to do eventually as well. Demoralizing Mask. Melee attackers get scared when they attack you. This isn't particularly good for any of our heroes, but we will equip it on somebody. Ah, Melenis. Okay, makes sense that she would be here too, I suppose. Meeting Melenis the Lifeless. Melenis the Lifeless greets you with a cold smile. Ah, another lost soul roaming this realm of death and destruction. My husband, I guess that would be Inioch. Not Inioch, Meandor. My husband may want to relive his memories, but I cannot sit still while he focuses on the ghosts from his past. She sighs, frustrated. I will not stop until every world in the astral sea is nothing but dust, stopping the cycle of destruction and creation at the desolation in between. I had hoped my husband would join me, but he is afflicted. Are you here to aid me in this quest for death and oblivion, or will you join the many cursed souls on this realm? I guess we don't have a choice. Melenis laughs scornfully. If you wish to change the fate of this realm, you should deal with my husband. I ventured here to find him, hoping our reunion would lead to a renewed alliance, but he has become pathetically obsessed with the fate of all souls within the astral sea. Whenever I dare to even come close to his translucent pets, he calls me a mortal traitor and threatens to attack me. Me! I tried to reason with him, but he pays me no heed. Disappointing. I believe Meandor is affected by a powerful spell, and I have located apparitions that seem to be connected to it. However, I cannot properly investigate them myself. So we can accept a quest from her. That seems questionable. Defeating Meandor. Well, we get a bunch of draft immediately, which isn't immediately useful, but I guess that is food. Well, let's see what happens. If she betrays me, that'll be interesting. Oh, hey, we got monster spawn. Still can't happen. Okay, negotiations succeeded. If I trade with them, I can get money, I can get gold, I can temporarily gain casting points or spells costing less research. Do I want to spend mana for gold? I think I do, actually. Alright, she is angry with me because I became friends with the neutral town. Alright, we are super poor, but we will still get a... let's go with the workers' farmstead first, just to get the growth happening. No governor, I guess it's gonna be you, because I can't afford my hero yet. But yeah, I guess I do just have hero limit increase. I could go inspiring. On a melee, that would be nice. To have a melee hero. Although again, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess the other one did explicitly have a ranged ability. It's going to be a few turns before we breach the walls anyway, so I might as well... If we attack on the outside first, actually, we can not trigger both of them at once. So let's do that. I'm not going to fight them right now. start the siege a turn later, but kill that outdoor stack before we start the fight. I think that would be a more sensible way of doing things. Okay. I don't have a lot of movement. Don't have a lot of options. Oyster Reef. Okay, that's new. I mean, it existed in Age of Wonders 3, but I think it's new to this game. Yeah, the updates have really been improvement. My dead save notwithstanding. Okay, well, we will clear this up. Now, Workers' Farmstead. Well, I guess we're doing merchandise for a turn. I guess I don't actually have to do that, right? It just does it by default. This option exists if you want to put it into the queue, I guess. And you are going to run far, far away. So that hopefully they don't see us. So I would like to grab both of these before leaving. Okay, at 120, can we afford... Well, we can't afford that, but we don't have enough time yet. 125. This would be really nice, given our gold issues. So grab that next turn before doing anything else. However, it is time to be done, because if I hit end turn, they might attack me. I don't think they will, but they might. And I don't want to risk having a half-hour long battle when I'm already an hour into an episode. So we'll do this. The other thing is if I sieged them right away, they might attack me as well. That's another reason I want to clear this first. Because I could have started the siege and then attacked this, I think. But anyway, that's kind of the reasoning behind that. So we will probably conquer the Eternal Court and Inioch next time, which is... quest completion? Yeah, this is... yeah, okay. Or quest progress, rather. So we'll do that next time. I will see you then.